It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Cam Akers. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of... It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up...
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. They had no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Rams set to go to work on offense, and they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Stafford now to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on. Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allow the completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they... On notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. 2nd and 10. Stafford. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And he is going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. He'll get this down to the 38. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They'll go again here with Akers. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll run for the first time here with Kyron Williams. Isaiah Oliver there on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Stafford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down. Stafford.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Mike Pennell with the tackle. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Open man is Jerron Jennings. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Purdy off the play fake. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Chris Wormley able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. After one, 7-3 the score. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Can't go to try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd and a couple. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. To throw is Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has a 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 67 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball. Oh,
he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. To throw on second down is Stafford. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Stafford. Evans, fast footwork, and he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here now, second and 4. Now Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the 49ers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They go play action here. Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he will find his man, Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it first and 10. And he's got it. And the Niners are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Purdy. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the 49ers continue to pull away here in this first half. Moody good with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here now a 3rd and 20. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we have reached halftime. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners just continue to roll. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now Mason, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. On that play to hold him to no gain.
3rd and 4. Now it's the backup Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On the ground again, it's Mason. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Here comes third and the length of the football. Mason. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Damian Wilson in on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field. It's time. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. That they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Stafford. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And Kupp going to pick up a Rams 1st down as he'll get this down to the 41.
Kupp beats the D for a first that time. There really was a defense who could stop him the last 2 years. Only an ankle injury slowed him down, ending his 2022 season after 9 games. He was on an all-pro pace, and we expect to see the same again this year.
He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Stafford looks to throw again. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They run it again with Williams. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Stafford on 3rd down. That is caught, and so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Hunter Long, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
First target, first catch, and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mitchell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
That one goes for 8 yards. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this